I want to video the entire week so that people understand what does it mean to use projects for a week with a class. So, please read.
Me?
Yeah.
How do we learn?
Mm-hmm.
What is your way of learning?
Right. Oh, that's my name. So, let's say this again.
This one.
Yeah. In English, we don't know how to write it, but it's z. We have the same thing in garage. It's a little z, and if you look at a U.S. dictionary, this is how we write it. The sound. They have this funny symbol in something called IPA. You guys may not have heard of IPA, but I think if you look in some dictionaries, they do like this. That's the K sound, that's the T. But that crazy thing is ah. Now, I want to give you the US accent, right? I think that's what you guys came for. But in Britain, they pronounce that differently. So, US, cat. Repeat. Cat. Okay, yeah, I want to get that. The second thing that I learned from my CELTA is that there's something happening in the brain. When you read this, your reading side turned on. Say bukra.
Bukra.
Oh, this is wonderful. Okay, so now you've activated. What? Do you know these two things?
Neurons.
Okay.
Synapse.
Okay. It should be psi because you're thinking like my, right? My. But we use the synapse because it's next to something. This makes it synapse. What is a neuron and what is a synapse? If I go like this and this and which is a neuron? Yeah.
The neuron are the little bulb,
Right.
and the synapse is the line.
The line, yes, the little connections. So my goal is to create as many of these inside you. But they found that if you repeat it and you think about it, it makes it stronger. So that's why they tell you got to take notes. And then what do you do with your notes? Read them? Amazing. Oh, I will be so happy. This is what happens typically. They did some research on what happens if I give you 100 words. Right? Let's just say I give you 100 words. And this will be 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. So here's 100 words. And I teach you the 100 words, and you even have your notes. That's okay. So after 1 hour, how many of those words will you remember, do you think? 10? 25? Oh, well, maybe if it's very difficult. That's okay. Here, let's try this. If I can give you a way to remember okay. You guys have seen this word before, right? How do you pronounce it?
Stationary.
Stationary. But there are 2 ways to spell it, right? Now they're saying there are. Right? What happens if I put stationary? What does it mean? Well, come on. You're laughing, right?
Yeah. You won't move?
Hmm?
You can't move?
I choose not to
Yeah.
move, or, the train is stationary, it can't move. Right. So the way that my teacher taught me, remember, they told me there is this word stationary. So it says, oh, there is. Good, good, good. And there's another word, stationary. Oh, crap. There's another word, stationary. How am I going to remember this? So then she said, I am stationary. And I said, oh, cool. If I think about stand, I'll know that the A means not moving. Now, I want to go to a stationery store. What do I find in a stationery store? Fruit. Let's see, what else? Maybe cars. Do they sell cars in a stationery store?
Pens.
Pens. Okay. Pens, paper. How can you remember that the E here is about the stationery store?
Letter.
Ah, you were watching. This is good. So what happens is that you saw it, you just spoke it, so now it's in two parts of your brain, right? These little guys are working together, right? I mean, do you guys know these words? It's medical. So if I put the word scan, how do you say this?
MRI.
Yeah, or we say PET scans.